day. I don't know if you guys have seen this from Google. Which way do you want to go, Westerman? Do you want to pull out the Google? Google, even Catholics and Protestants are roasting Trump. Good. Fucking seizure warning, Jesus. By the way, Google is replacing its search engine with just AI. This is how you control narrativization, and this is how you have a company control what is true and based within reality. Google fell off, TBH. True. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! I just realized that's probably copyrighted music. Jesus, man, it's all baked into AI. Like, it's so frustrating to see this, man.
Artificial intelligence is prompting Google to change its search bar, iconic search bar, for the first time in more than 20.
And it's just going to be AI. The dictionary that Google based all of its information off of, gone.
25 years.
What's wrong with AI, people ask? And this isn't even like it's hurting the environment. I say it's hurting the environment. It's not even hurting the environment. It's the fact that AI has no benefits. Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. It's AI is hurting the environment. That's one facet of it, but it's also destroying the way that what's about next? It's destroying the way that people interact with the world. People used to write stories and now they don't. Like 10 years ago. People have what's the word I'm looking for? Given all agency to AI. How's your day been? Pretty good.
The tech giant announced a slew of upgrades during its annual developers conference, placing AI at the center of everything. So I want to bring in Mashable tech editor Tim Wirth to go through some of the big announcements that, hi there, today. Tim, let's start with the search bar.
He kind of looks like one of those guys that would open up a restaurant. And I don't know if this guy's pro or anti-AI. CBS, they're probably pro-AI in this. But he kind of looks like one of those guys that would open up a restaurant and call fries. He would give you like 10 fries, charge you $15 and call them handhelds. Is that mean? Maybe. Mega churches are using AI too, and it's very disgusting. Yeah, mega churches have always been disgusting, though.
Since that's how most of us navigate the web and Google. How is it changing?
Yeah, so Google describes this as one of the biggest changes to the search bar in decades. So essentially, it's expanding, literally. Google says it's now an intelligent text box. So when you type in there, it will literally expand. So you can ask very conversational questions. You could actually ask multiple questions in the same query. You can also upload images, videos, audio files.
He does look like that. Dude, you're throwing away all your agency. You should have to go through 7 Reddit threads to find the answer you're looking for because you learn so much. Even if you don't find the exact answer you're looking for, there's so much information that you can learn from just having to look for it. This is like actually throwing away cognitive thinking abilities. I do think that the Pope should speak out more against using AI and Trump. Oh, I don't know if you saw his recent letter. He made a pretty good point about how AI is pretty evil.
PDFs, whatever you want. So instead of just searching a keyword, you can actually make a very lengthy, detailed.
Yeah, this is in the positive light. This fucker's pro AI.
So yeah, it's a pretty major update. I know.
Yep, pro AI.
Some news publishers are a bit nervous about this one. Google increasingly eating their lunch a little bit, but it's a big, big change.
Yeah, a lot of concerns with this, also having to do with privacy. Are there any guardrails or privacy?
Nobody cares about the privacy. People care about the offloading of intelligent thinking to AI and chatbots. And Google can completely control the narrative on any single subject now. They could do that before, but you were able to challenge that by going and looking and looking and looking because you wouldn't find the answer that you were looking for. This is a whole nother level.
Privacy concerns when it comes to these new features?
Yeah, so Google rolled out a ton of AI features. Actually put the exact question to...
Dude, I can't wait for this to fucking backfire. Trump threatened to harm the Pope, and yet people still follow him. True.
Blake Barnes, VP of product at Gmail. And he was very quick to emphasize, look, nothing is changing with our privacy. It's still very strict. It's still very much in your control, right? So you choose how much access Google has So that's one thing. They also
It's not even true, by the way.
introduced a new AI agent, which will be rolling out in the months ahead. And they also said, hey, this thing's going to be able to make purchases for you, but we're treating it like a teenager with their first debit card. So at first, you're in control, you approve everything, and over time, it will get more powerful. But at the end of the day, it's about
wait, what? It makes purchases for you? Hold on.
With their first debit card. So at first, you're in control, which will be rolling out in the months ahead. And they also said, hey, this thing's going to be able to make purchases for you, but we're treating.
What? I don't think you guys understand how bad that is. This is a complete removal of agency on every single front from people's lives.
Treating it like a teenager with their first debit card. So at first, you're in control, you approve everything. And
this might not affect you, but this affects the next generation significantly more than you could ever imagine.
And over time, it will get more powerful. But at the end of the day, it's about trust. How much trust do you put in Google?
Sure.
Nobody's going to have any
also gave us a first
zero negative trust. You should have no trust in Google ever.
Glimpse of their new smart glasses. So what can we expect this time around?
Yeah, they're describing these first glasses as audio glasses, meaning you talk to them. They don't have a built-in display.
Smart glasses should be illegal.
What's really notable about these glasses,
smart glasses should be beyond illegal. Or they should have like a fucking giant piece of text right here in the middle of the user's forehead saying, hey, this device can record you.
They actually look cool. They were designed with South Korean eyewear brand Gentle Mom.
You can't even boycott Google. It's impossible to boycott Google. Google needs to be deconstructed on a governmental level. The government needs to step in, completely destroy every system that Google has and redistribute it between smaller companies. Giant LED lights up say recording. Dude, like it fucking displays an image on the person's forehead. This motherfucker is recording you.
Monster. There's another pair with Warby Parker, and they don't scream, hey, I'm wearing smart glasses. So they're actually kind of stylish, which is a big first for the industry. And of course, it's all about AI. You can ask any question you want. Gemini.
I'm actually going to vomit. Because, oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. Wait. Is that the move that they're going with this? Think about it. To ask, because he's pro AI. To ask AI a question on your phone, as bad as it is, you have to pull out your phone. You have to type out what you want. You're using your brain to translate the text on your phone. With these, you can just ask AI and then it will give you a response. You don't have any ability to practice reading in language that way. You have to constantly practice reading. You have to constantly practice language. It is not built into the human psyche to be able to read and write, or human brain like language and speaking is. Yes, Meta already has them.
So I'm excited to test these out.
Oh, fuck you. Like that sign in the background, be better today. A kid would read that right now. A kid in school right now would read that and not understand what that means. I think everybody in chat would be able to read that and be like, be better today. What does that mean? Well, they would be like, oh, that says be better today. And they wouldn't understand what that means. They could read the words, but they don't understand what it means. What it means is be better today than you were yesterday. What if I'm in a public bathroom? This scares me. Yeah, they have no protections against that. Think about all the... I don't know if it's already happened. I should probably look into it. But I guarantee people have been unconsensually recording sex with smart glasses. Fully AI schools are in the near future and it's disgusting. Yeah, because kids would read that and be like, what does that mean? Not being able to understand, like, oh, that means like be better today than you were yesterday. Have a better... be more focused. You could have a million reasons to subscribe to that one small banner.
We don't have a launch date, but we do know sometime this fall.
Yeah, and I remember when the first Google glasses came out, and they were really controversial. And in fact, there was even acts of violence against people in bars that were wearing these.
Oh my God, it was such a good time. It was such a good time.
Different smart glasses because there was a fear of an invasion of privacy. Do these glasses accomplish any of that or solve any of those issues?
No.
It's still the exact same problem. Silicon Valley is really pushing smart glasses, and it's really an open question if people are going to accept cameras in your face 24/7. I think we as a society are going to have to figure that out. I think it's an open question for now.
It shouldn't be an open question. Peak times, good times. And then you have the other hospitals that will lose so much money if they use AI, and hospitals have to use humans either way. Hospitals are going to use AI and require nurses and doctors to do more work because of the work that's offloaded by AI. Google's CEO says quiet internal decision at Microsoft is generating more debate than most of the company's public announcements, and the details behind it explain why. Wait, is this 1984? Yes. Yes. Microsoft CEO, I cannot pronounce his name, Satya Nadella, revealed earlier this year the company now writes about 30% of its code using generative AI. Yeah, dude. The company has invested $13 billion to OpenAI. It built GitHub Copilot. It has made AI central to every project in its portfolio. And Xbox's CEO is actually pulling away from this, and I love her for it. On May 14th, Microsoft sent thousands of its own engineers a message that cuts against the narrative in a very specific way. Microsoft is canceling most internal Claude Code licenses across its experiences, devices, division, and team responsible for Windows, Microsoft 365, Outlook, Teams, Surface, with a deadline of June 30th, 2026, which is so fast. That's a month and a half. That is so fast. The story was first reported by The Verge's Tom Warren on May 14th via his Notepad newsletter. Warren noted that the Claude Code has become perhaps a little too popular inside Microsoft, with engineers choosing Anthropic's tool over Microsoft's own product. That popularity, turns out, was part of the problem, because Microsoft's tech engineers were not coding. They weren't doing work. They were offloading all the work to the AI. And guess what? When you have an issue and nobody knows how it was fucking written, you cannot fix it. The internal memo came from Rashaya Jha, Microsoft's executive vice president. Claude Code was an important part of the learning. At the same time, Copilot CLI has given us something especially important in products we can help ship directly with GitHub. The official reason it was toolchain unification, but June 30 deadline is also the last day of Microsoft fiscal year, and timing suggests cost reduction played a role alongside the desire to consolidate on internally controlled software. It's too expensive. Gen Z is the only generation that will decide the fate of what AI will be. Yeah, I think Gen Z has, and well, honestly, dude, it's so frustrating talking to millennials about AI. They're so pro AI, and I despise it. I despise it on every level. And I remember a conversation I had. This was pre-transition, so this was in 2022 with family members, and one of them works as a tech executive. I was like, AI is very dangerous. It will destroy jobs. And another family member said, no, it won't. It'll just help. And even the tech executive was like, oh, yeah, it's going to do bad things for jobs. And now they switched their tone, and I don't know why. AI hates. Everyone needs to despise AI. AI hates you. We need to demand AI be in nothing. The tool was not canceled because engineers disliked it. It was canceled because they used it too much. Do you guys understand how bad that is? It's like you're handing off. Imagine if a car was designed by AI. No, this is the beginning of the pop, Callie. Callie, this is the beginning of the pop. I want human-made Yuri. True, Mr. Tism. True. This is the beginning of the end for AI, and it's very exciting to see. But holy shit, is it scary?